and welcome to the final day of our reveals for the new release for July. I'm really sad it's the last day of the reveals, but I'm so excited to share the last few products with you. And do join me tomorrow on Facebook Live at 8 p.m. and I'll be running through the entire collection in one go for you if there's any bits that you've missed. Alternatively, you can go back and watch the previous day's reveals and watch them at your leisure. The release will go live on Friday morning at 6 a.m. That's the 29th of July. So let's jump into the final sneak peeks. This is probably one of my favourite sets from the new release. So I'm so excited to share it with you. And this is the Llama Tell You. I don't know what it is about llamas. I absolutely love them. Whenever I see a stamp set that's got a llama in it, I want it. And I really wanted to do my own. And I've waited and waited for the right time. And this just felt like the right time to do it because it all seemed to come together in the way that I wanted. Because my llama had to be right. So the Llama Tell You set has got these 3 adorable little fluffy llamas. And you've got little accessories to dress them up with. So you've got the little sombrero, you've got a party hat, and you've got another little kind of blanket. Not really a saddle, but a blanket, isn't it? Nobody's riding llamas. Let's just say that. And then we've got the little banner, party banner, which you could also decorate your llamas with. And then we've got the little scene in the background there with the little mountains. Now, I want to just remind you guys that we do have a mountain die set that will go so well with this particular stamp set. So if you don't already have that, check out the website because that will go so well with this. We have this little solid stamp here, which will create your sun or your moon. We have cloud. And then the sentiments are, Llama Tell You, I love you. No problema, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, and Llama Tell You how much I love you. So you can build those sentiments again, as we like to do with our sets. And there are the coordinating dies. And again, you can cut out all of your sentiments. The scene builder bit at the bottom doesn't cut the bottom layer. So again, you can continue your colouring and just create a 3-dimensional element. So that's really cool. Love that. And again, I will show you an example of that shortly. The next stamp set in today's reveal, again, is one of my favourites. They're all my favourites, but I do really like this one because it makes me smile. And when I was designing it, it was just making me smile. So, and I don't think I've seen anyone else doing a stamp set like this with the camels. I think I may be wrong, but there's not many cute camel stamp sets out there. So I hope that this one is ticking some boxes for everyone because for me, I just think it's so adorable and it's just, yeah, it's really, really cute. So we've got the camel here sticking out his tongue, and then we've got this little camel here just smiling with the eyelashes, which I just think is a great little touch. We've got the pyramids, and then we've got a couple of little cacti friends. We've got the speech bubble that says stick with me. So you could just use your little cacti friends with that sentiment. And then we've also got another solid stamp here that allows you to create your sun or your moon. So you can create some really nice backgrounds with this. We've got the sentiment, we'll get over this hump together. Camel with me, it's your birthday. Happy hump day, and don't have the hump. So I think that final one is a really cool one, maybe to send to somebody who you've had words with, or your partner, maybe just to send a fun little card to say, don't have the hump. Come on now. So yeah, yeah, I really love this set. I think it's really, really cool. Comes with a coordinating die, and all of the dies cut out the sentiments as well as always. So with this particular reveal, I don't have any dies to share with you because the dies were mainly in the previous 2 days. But I do have 3 different stencils to share with you, which I think are amazing. So these are, well, a couple of them are seam builder ones, which I love a seam builder stencil, and this is one of those. So this creates a number of different elements so that you can build kind of a desert, Egyptian kind of background. So we've got this element here, which is kind of upside down. So if we turn it this way round, this could make like a rock face or a bit of a, so again, we're creating a landscape on our card. So you can create sort of a rock shape in the background. We also have these two different sizes of pyramid shapes. You have a sun or a moon, and then this landscape here is all in one. It's cut out of the bottom of the stencil. These elements here and these elements here are very fine. It's a very fine stencil, really delicate, but creates the most beautiful, beautiful effect. And I would suggest that you use your stackable brushes for those areas, because it will stop them from lifting. You could also use a little bit of stencil spray to keep everything stuck to your background so things don't lift. But the effect is well worth it. So I'll show you an example of how I've used that on a card with our camels. So, and the camel stamp set, I keep forgetting to tell you what everything's called. It's the Happy Hump Day. So this is the Happy Hump Day card that I made. And this was such an easy card to make. It was so simple to do. And these are my favourite types of cards to make, because I've used the frame that comes with the Waves cover die that we showed in a previous sneak peek. And then my elements from the Happy Hump Day set. And then this stenciled background. So I created my my atmospheric sky first. And then I did the landscape that you see there. Just flipped that around the other way around. But I've created that landscape there just with some black ink to make it look like a silhouette in the background against the night sky. And I just think that's so effective. And I love the way that this turned out. So I think that's something that I'm probably going to be doing a hell of a lot more, because I think it just looks so cool. And like I say, it was so easy to do. Stamped and die cut my sentiment, and I love that. So that's the first stencil. Next stencil is our L'Amazing pattern. Now this stencil works perfectly with the L'Amazing or the Llama Tell You stamp set, but you can use this as a great pattern for a lot of your other images. So don't just think of it in terms of that. You could use it with the camels, you could use it with any of your other Time for Tea characters, because it is such a fun pattern. So we've got zigzags, we've got spots, we've got stripes, we've got everything you could possibly want in the background here. And an example of where I've used this with those cute llamas. So this is an example of our llamas being used. And I've ink blended my background with these really fun, this fun colour scheme. And then I don't know if you can see that if I like hold it close, move it around a little bit. That's white texture paste that I've used through the stencil, and it's worked so well. And then obviously I've dressed up all of my little characters here. Used the little banner under the happy birthday, and again, such a simple and easy card to make. Once my background was dry, the rest of it just came together so easily. So, love that. Another fun stencil. The final product then, the final stencil to share with you is a bit of a reworking of an older stencil. So this is our 6x6 seam builder stencil. Some of you may already have seen or had the slimline version of this. It was such a popular stencil, amazingly popular, but really hard to get hold of in that slimline size. I also feel that when I'm storing my stencils, 6x6 works so much better. So when I decided to recreate it, I thought, let's make it in a 6x6 size. It's more accessible, it's more affordable, it's a little bit cheaper than the slimline was, and you've got all of the same elements that you had in the slimline version, albeit in the 6x6 size. So we've got clouds on one side, we've got grass on the other, and then we've got two different varying slopes. Again, you can use those for grass, you can use those for sand, you can use them for snow. Loads of different ways to do it. But then these funky little marshmallowy type shapes with the little broomsticks are what you're going to use to create your trees and your bushes. So this is an example of how I've used it just to make a really simple scene. And again, this is something that I absolutely love doing with my stencils. I use my stackables to create the trees because that really works so well to layer up the colour. And this is just one layer. I haven't cut anything out on this one. I've just layered this up and it looks so cool. And then you can just add your characters into the foreground, add a sentiment, and you're away. I can see this being used with so many of your Time for Tea characters, but I'm thinking maybe the Bear's Picnic set would be really cool with this. The Treat Yourself set. There's just so many that would work so well with this. You can, depending on the colours of the trees that you use, you can take it into winter and autumn, or make it very much a spring and summer. You could even add some little decorative elements into those trees to give them blossoms, using maybe some of your Nouveau drops or some little sequins, that kind of thing. I think that would be such a fun way to create different seasons using this stencil. So another really fun set there. So love this, loving all this goodness, all of these fun bits that we've got for you. Again, another fun sneak peek. Love that, love that. So that's the final day. We do have an extra sneak peek today for some memory keeping bits, so look out for that if you're interested in some sentiment and alpha type stamp sets, but also some of your planner, journaling and memory keeping stamp sets. That's in a separate video, but for now that is the reveals completed. Do join me tomorrow for my Facebook Live, when I will be going through everything and answering any questions that you might have. And then the reveal will go, the full release will go live at 6 AM on the 29th of July. That's Friday. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I'll see you again soon.